All right, sugar craving Saturday. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but if you have sugar cravings, finish this video. I'll try to make it super quick. And this is for people who have sugar cravings who are getting sober. Why, when you get sober, do you gain 15 to 20 pounds? That's about average, right? So if you're, especially if you're an alcoholic and you consume alcohol every single day, at least for me, my evenings is when I consume the most, right? So when you get sober, whether you're going through detox, for one, do not detox from alcohol by yourself. Depending on how bad your addiction is, it can get pretty bad. So just remember that. That's super, super important. But when you remove alcohol from an alcoholic, then your body tries to compensate, right? It's looking for serotonin, it's looking for dopamine. Your body is compensating because it's not getting that sugar it's used to consuming in the evening. And this doesn't even count the association of drinking alcohol and pleasure. So of course, sugar and sweets, some people it's savory, but of course, especially when you first get sober, I gained a ton of weight. So my thing is this: what if you could find a real healthy way to stop those sugar cravings, and not with like an appetite suppressant that's got some wild ingredient in it? What if you could satisfy the brain? You could tell the brain, hey, you're satisfied. I don't want those cravings anymore. That's what I talk about when I talk about ketones all the time. So people think it's only an energy drink and it's a fat burner and all that. It's not. We have this. So a lot of people who are getting sober, the nighttime is the worst. Or maybe you're just on a diet and you realize, hey, I can do good all day, but I smash my pantry. I'm sneaking chicken sandwiches when nobody's looking. In the evenings, it's rough. So with one of these, this is a bone broth that has bioidentical ketones in it. So you drink it in the evening, it has no caffeine, you put yourself in ketosis, you kill those cravings, you reduce your caloric intake because you're not eating, and then go down the rabbit hole of being in ketosis and sleep. I have people who, have a lot of sleeping issues, night terrors, PTSD. I mean, the only reason they drink ketones is for their night challenges that they have. So when the average everyday person has one of these bone broths, you're like, I don't need to smash that sleeve of Oreos. So you make a better decision. So this one serving of ketones reduces the 600 calories you usually eat at night when you don't need to. And then boom, you go to bed, you have amazing sleep because you're in ketosis, and you wake up and you do it again. When you wake up, to kill the sugar cravings before they even show up, you just wake up and you drink a caffeinated ketone, okay? You wake up, you get hydrated. When you're ready to get stuff done, you drink one of these. It doesn't geek you out. I mean, my kids drink it for goodness sake, so the amount of caffeine isn't crazy, but it's the ketones we're drinking this for anyways. And the ketones, remember, your brain and your heart prefer ketones over glucose, and ketones are the preferred fuel source over both, okay? So if both are in your body, your brain's gonna say, I'm gonna use the ketones. It's the cleanest fuel we have. So if you're waking up and you're satisfying your body right away, those wild cravings for sugary breakfast and that 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock snack you don't need, those cravings go away, right? So maybe this helps. Maybe you're struggling. You don't need to be in recovery to have sugar cravings. Matter of fact, I think that's why I've gotten this far, is everybody has sugar cravings. I have sugar cravings. It doesn't mean you don't eat sugary things. It means that proportion, right? You just do it when it's a treat. It's not an everyday thing. So when you move from a lifestyle of maybe a little loosey-goosey and making choices you shouldn't, when somebody starts with even one serving of these, the amount of calories you reduce from each day added up not only makes you look good because you're losing fat, but like, especially people using shots right now. Have you seen people lose weight and they look sick? Like they're like, I'm down 80 pounds. I'm like, dude, you need to eat a sandwich because something's not right. That's because these people who are fasting and not eating, they're malnutritioned. Their muscles aren't getting fuel. So I told you at the beginning of this, your brain and your heart prefer ketones, but guess what other organ does? Your muscle. Your muscle prefers ketones over glucose. So when you're losing weight on the scale, you're not losing any fat when you use ketones, which is really, really important if you're trying to lose weight after the age of 30, because we lose so much muscle the older we get. So maybe this helps. 5 minutes, that was long. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Listen, reach out to me, send me a message, say, hey dude, I'd like to try it. I won't try to sell you. I'll give you the cheapest way possible, but this stuff has changed my life. I've lost 65 pounds. I celebrate 6 years of sobriety tomorrow, and I am a nerd about this because I know it works. So I appreciate you. Have a great one. Peace.